Hey YouTube, welcome back to UniXTCG, and we are back with another Gundam card game video. This time it'll be gameplay with the deck I showcased in my last deck profile, that almost mono green Zeon Aggro. And so yeah, today we're playing against a red-green kind of ping tempo. It has aggro points, it has ping points, but yeah, we're really going to be able to see kind of an aggro versus aggro battle, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Right before we get into the gameplay, I do want to say that if you like this sort of video, make sure you like the video, subscribe if you want to never miss a beat on the Gundam card game content I drop and more, and then maybe even join the membership if you want to go the extra mile. It's only 99 cents a month for you, but it all adds up for me, and I appreciate it. It allows you to get videos as soon as I upload them, not when they're scheduled, exclusive content like the content that's going to go up this weekend, and then you're also able to enter into the giveaways that I put out. And currently we have about 2 days left before I close the entries to the giveaway for one of 3 ST06 Clan Unity starter decks. 3 winners will be chosen. We only have 2 days because today is the 28th of November to join in. All you got to do is go in there, check my posts, and there's going to be a post that I talk about that, you know, just introduces this giveaway. So you just gotta go there, tell me your favorite GDO2 alt, and then you are entered. That being said, let's hop into the gameplay. Okay, so you can see here that from the title that this is going to essentially be an aggro matchup. Now I can't see where the other die went, that's my bad, but I think I did win the die roll for this one. I see him rolling a 6, one of my die rolls was a 5, so I will be able to go first, or sorry, go second, just because of the way the curve is. But yeah, these are the harder kind of matchups for this particular deck, because when you have an aggro versus an aggro matchup, that's where it really starts becoming a really back and forth where you guys are struggling for board supremacy as well as tempo. It's not all about just going face. You guys both have to start making little plays, start managing the board. I apologize for the earthquake on the screen because somebody was rocking the table and really can't really like stop that at a local, so my bad. Hey, look, gameplay from my actual house coming soon as our table comes in, and you know, we can start inviting people over. But the point is, looking at my hand, I see a Zaku 2 vanilla, I see a Char Zaku, I saw a white Gundam, I believe, and then one of the Zaku ones. It's a very good hand, but I opt to put it down because for these, I'm trying to be greedy. If I don't see a Char, I don't necessarily want it. And this is a little rough because we see Lala, we see Show of Resolve, which is only a 2 of in the deck for you guys that remember the deck profile. And if you don't, you guys can always go in the description and check that out. But yeah, this is a bit rough for what I would want. However, we do have the ability to play a lot of bodies, and we do have a Show of Resolve for 3 turns from now. So it's not the worst, but it's definitely not the best. We both opted to mulligan, and so that's kind of showing that we don't have a lot. He accidentally flashed the mining platform, but I didn't see that playing the game. I saw that now just watching this, so I didn't know that he'd have any red in his deck. So yeah, it is what it is. When you're not paying attention to, you know, making sure everything's lined up in a camera viewfinder, you might see some things. Point being, we are going to set up life, and this is going to be the official start of the game with him going first. So life totals up, and we are ready to roll. So like most Gundam games, you're just going to get a draw and a pass. I saw a Marita coming into his hand. I'm going to draw, but this time I'm going to actually play a body because I have the EX resource. They really need to figure out a way to make going first feel better. And these 1-drop searchers are a part of it, but yeah. So then he's going to play Z Zulu. He's got more momentum because he can bust my EX base, and all I can do is break his Z Zulu if I leave my Zaku 2 up. So I'm going to actually, though, pair with Lala, and then I'm going to pay 1 to play Turning Point of History, looking at the top 3 cards of my deck and finding a Char, immediately putting that on top of my deck because that is what this deck needs more than anything, Chars. So we are going to put those on the bottom, put the Char on the top, then draw it from Turning Point of History, and that is what that card's supposed to do. Immediately swinging into the base in order to break it, and now we are hopefully going to be able to crack in on those life and see what's up. So his turn, back on his turn, he does have the Zulu able to take out my EX base. Deciding what to do, three resources isn't really a crazy amount. But setting up the Rick Dom is good because Rick Dom should be able to attack over whatever I swing with and then deal some breach damage, effectively being removal as well. So he's going to swing and take on my EX base, setting me up to be able to do it again next turn and swinging over my Zaku and getting breach if I turn it sideways. I see him. We do need to be careful of the momentum because already just with this board it can get out of hand very quickly. So thinking about what I want to do here. With 3 resources, I'm going to swing into life, and it gives him a Versailles. Now, this is rough, because if it didn't get him the Versailles, I was thinking about just swinging over Zulu. But that base allows him to do a lot more, and potentially one-shot bases, so I do want to be able to get over that. I was explaining to him how Char gives the +1, have to go into there, but the base from life really did cause me to pivot, and that was a little rough, because now I haven't gotten rid of any of his bodies, and he's able to do that. Now, there is an argument that could be made that maybe I should have still gone over the Zulu, but the way I see it, if I don't kill the Versailles, his Rick Dom will be able to swing over the white Gundam even if it has no damage on it. So I was kind of like, it just changes the math. So I prioritized the Versailles to get that off the board and be able to continue dealing damage after, you know, if I can get something breach of my own, like if this white Gundam survives, things like that. So now he has the ability to swing over the Zaku with Lala. It does cause a trade, but it also causes breach damage. This is going to give me a Zanzibar. Unfortunately, I cannot use Zanzibar's effect to play a body because it is his turn. So yes, I get the card, but no, it's not really as effective as we would have hoped on my end. Thinking about what to do, he has a couple moves. He could put some damage on the Zanzibar easily. I see he has a Kubile, a Merida. It looks like he has a lot of his higher top in him, but he's going to play another Zulu, and he's going to play Char Zaku. Pretty much setting him up for the next turn of swings, but also going to be able to allow him to get in with the Zulu just to put some damage on the Zanzibar. And that makes sense, you know, making sure it can be one-shottable by anything next turn. So I'm going to draw, and once again, we want to get rid of the Zulu. We want to press damage, but he's got 2 bodies that are inactive that I can't necessarily touch. So this is going to be a little rough. I can see from this angle that he has Kubile, double Merida in hand, so, and a Zaku 2, Char Zaku 2. And that might be one more pilot over there. Maybe is that a full frontal or is that a Haman? No, that might be a 3rd Merida. He's got a stacked hand, but he doesn't have the units to make it go. So he's a little stuck, but he can easily get unstuck by drawing good bombs. So I'm going to end up swinging on the Zulu just to get that out of the way. We do have to make sure he can't just take over all of my life. And then we're going to our shields. We're going to play White Gundam, and we are going to play out Char Zaku 2. We do want to make sure that we can kind of get these things over. And then we're going to play out a Zaku 2. And pass with now us having the board superiority. And yeah, that's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. I'm trying to make sure that I can just end him the following turn or close to it, maybe with a link. In this list, if you guys remember, I do run 4 Gelgoogs, so Char's Gelgoog. So, you know, at any time now, at any time now, we should be able to pull one off if we're lucky. So I do see all range in his hand, all range mining plateau, full frontal, Kubile, and double Merida. His hand is low-key kind of bricked up, but with the Char Zaku 2 on board, it won't take much for him to unbrick. So he's going to get a Char Zaku by playing the mining asteroid. Doesn't really help him, but it does get him closer in the sense that if I have to destroy his bodies, he's going to be able to just survive or get into his bag of tricks. So he's going to swing Zulu to get rid of the Zanzibar, and then he's going to swing with that to damage my already damaged, or to KO my already damaged White Gundam. Looking at the top of his deck, you see Close Combat, Full Frontal, and Kshatriya. Kshatriya really is the saving grace, because 2 of those cards he cannot even pick up, and either way, they wouldn't even help him out of this situation right now. But getting the Kshatriya was a really, really good godsend, and he is now going to be able to play out the Kshatriya with the Merida, which is just something he needs to get something on the board. I will say it's pretty interesting because seeing it from the overhead, I can see how close he was every turn to just having unplayable hands after the past two. And besides, that top deck of that search is really just getting there, pulling the deck together. So yeah, obviously there's a lot of thinking going on here, but I think the play is obviously Merida and Kshatriya. You put up a body that I can't one-shot. You deal a damage to my shields, and you put damage on something else to potentially open it up for a top deck close combat or, you know, Cubile getting online. So I don't necessarily know why it took that long to think about it, but it is what it is. He's going to end up swinging into my shields, and I'm asking where the ping is going. And he chooses the Zaku. Makes sense because that means if Kshatriya does not die next turn, he's going to be able to destroy the Zaku for free. Which is, like I said, you're setting up the destruction. I'm kind of feeling like because they both have 2 HP, you might want to put a damage on the Char Zaku, because clearly I didn't have a Char, otherwise I would have like played it instead of the Zaku. But you're really just not setting yourself up to be able to one-shot the Char Zaku before it can put up the token. And he has all range in hand, so it could be even better than that. Like, I mean, I guess he could do it next turn. With all range in hand, if Kshatriya survives, he can swing and just ping one for Char Zaku and then hit with all range attack. So realistically, it's both ways, and I guess this one does not get him completely clapped if I do have a random pilot off the top of my deck. So, you know what? Kudos. Hats off to him. That works. We are going to get rid of the Zulu here. Just trying to mitigate what he has on board, because we'd have to turn our entire board, not entire board, but 2 out of our 3 swings into the mining plateau if we want to get rid of it. So I'm just going to opt to do that. We did show of resolve to draw 2 cards, see what we were going to get. And then we are going to play out this to get Amuro, and we're going to swing into here, trading those, but getting the token. And for me, I was like, okay, well, we got rid of his entire board, but we were able to keep 3 bodies. And then I'm going to put 2 damage on here so it's easier to kill. And I thought I was in a good position. The answer was not, though, because he's playing all range attack, which I'm not going to hold you guys. All range attack is a extremely mid card. Like, it did get me here pretty badly, but at the end of the day, this card, it's a level 4. So if you're playing it against aggro, the deck that it may be best against, you're waiting way too late in the game to do anything. The only reason why he had this life to do this with is because he's playing aggro himself to a high degree, allowing him to stay alive because he's trading tit for tat. Whereas if he was not playing aggro, he would be at a really weird life point to try to use that card. And then on top of that, once you have links, they don't even get hit. So it's like the cards you would want to get hit don't get hit. Rant aside, he played 2 Char Zaku too, and I responded with 3. Both of our hands looking kind of weird. My draws with Show of Resolve were a little unfortunate and redundant, but I'm hoping that I can take it back. My 3 life, or my 3 shields to his 3 shields and a base. The base is strong, but with just 1 pilot, I can crack the base and really start going in. However, it looks like I'm going to actually have to go harder on his bodies until he plays out the Cubile, which I expected to be very, very high for his curve. But you know what? He proved me wrong. So he's going to ping out the Char Zaku. He's going to swing with suppression, taking out 2 of my shields, neither of which being a base. Another Char Zaku 2 and my first Gelgoog while killing off that Char Zaku 2. Picking up a Gelgoog, a Char Zaku 1, and a card I don't think I could pick up. So let's go to the bottom of the deck. And then he's going to swing again, and it gets a Show of Resolve, my second one out of 2. And then that's game. So, yeah, he has taken that match. Cubile blew that wide open. And I was teching 1 big Zom at this point just for the funnies on the blocker matchup, but it went out for a 3rd Elmith. And, yeah, that's pretty much the game. So it was pretty wild, but yeah. And there you have it. That is the game. I hope you guys enjoyed. I've got another game or 2 coming up to the members only side. It's going to be unedited, just with my commentary, but it should give you some more insight into the deck and the matchup. I'll be having another deck profile coming up soon, along with more gameplay. There's just a lot of stuff to do here, and I am super excited that you know, you guys get to be with me on this adventure. So thank you guys for all the support. Thank you guys for the likes. Thank you guys for the joining of the subscription. Thank you guys for the joining of the membership. It's all adding up, and we got some huge announcements for myself and the channel coming up very soon. So thank you guys. Let me know what you think about the game in the comments, and I will see you in the next video. Later. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, you know, all the important things that help the video thrive. See ya!